All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good news stuff for you today. It's feeling like a pretty good day as well. And how are you guys doing? But before you answer that, let's get into the first article. Bitcoin will unequivocally survive, says a New York Stock Exchange chairman, which is always a good sign. Following yesterday's news that Alliance chief economic advisor is vouching for the longevity of Bitcoin, New York Stock Exchange chairman Sprecher stepped in to back him up. At the same conference, no less. Quite why everyone at this conference needs so much reassurance is unclear, but, well, it is cryptocurrency. So, Sprecher made the statement at the consensus conference when answering a question regarding the 80% Bitcoin drop from last year's high. He instead referred to the larger question of critics regarding the future survival of digital assets. So after stating that the answer to this question was unequivocally yes, that it would survive, he added, as an exchange operator, it's not our objective to opine on prices. So, you know, there's a lot of people in the world that have not gotten into Bitcoin or crypto or anything like that. And there's a lot of people in the world that are older investors that don't know, that aren't so tech savvy, and that don't really get it. Like, how are you creating these Bitcoins? Where do they go? They have no clue that it's on this blockchain, that it's much more confusing than that. So the thing is, people are looking at these prices from outside the looking glass, from outside the bubble, and they say, wow, look at this price go to 20,000, and everybody bought in during the teens. I would say the majority of people apparently bought in 13,000 to 20,000. And then they got burned, and people looking outside, it does look a little weird that something would go to $20,000 and then to $4,000. But if you just take that chart and you go way, way back, you'll see that there are so many crashes of Bitcoin. This just happens all the time. It just keeps getting, goes up in price, goes down in price. All these coins are lit, bro. JR Business, the greatest crypto channel ever created. It's where I get all my information. It's what inspires me. JR Business, especially when they say that XRP is going to be the world's least centralized currency, the most decentralized currency. God, they're just geniuses. But anyway, so Bitcoin has lived in a swamp and survived. Again, so we have seen so many crashes. There are so many charts out there you can just Google of like the history of Bitcoin crashes, just numerous throughout the years, and it just always survives. So like whenever new people get into the crypto world, they think, oh, it's a crash, it's over, it's done. But this has just happened so many times. It went from $32 to $1. Now that doesn't seem like much of a difference because it's only like $30 difference, and today we see that movement in a matter of a minute or so. But that's an incredible increase. Or decrease rather. That's like, you know, well over 90% loss. You know, and it's just happened over and over. There was even the crash when it went to 5,000, back down to 3,000 when China banned exchanges and other cryptocurrency ventures in China. So it just happens all the time. One thing leads to another, but it will always come back. So let's move on to the next article here. Kaspersky Labs mining malware got a boost in 2018. So mining malware attacks have become more frequent in 2018, became one of the biggest threats this year. So according to Kaspersky Labs, malware attacks peaked in March 2018 and somewhat declined as market prices sank for most digital assets. So they got to find a new scam. Oh no, market prices are going down. We better find ourselves a new scam. And somewhat declined, but the threat remains current, and it's still hidden. Mining still happens. It's relatively easy for attackers. So moreover, mining has started to command as much more attention as ransomware. So this year we encountered several examples of reprofiled malware with added functionality for cryptocurrency mining. So, you know, in 2017, we saw a lot of ransomware. Now, if you go back on my channel, some old news articles, there was a lot of ransomware news articles. One time, the city of Atlanta, some of their databases got shut down and got hit with a ransomware attack. A lot of hospitals get hit with ransomware attacks. They can't access their files or anything like that until they pay such and such amount of Bitcoin. So that was quite frequent, and I would say mid towards the end of 2017. And now we're in more of a malware zombie attack. So a long time ago, there used to be a lot of zombie attacks on computers. There used to be a lot of vulnerabilities in Windows, which probably still are, but there used to be way worse ones. And I remember, you know, 2006 through 2008, I'd say was the golden era of zombie attacks. And what would happen is you'd get a virus one way or another. and your computer would slow down tremendously, and your internet, because it was just essentially using your computer's CPU power to send out more spam attacks to other computers. And a lot of computers, you would have a black screen on your desktop and you couldn't change it. So malware has been around for a long time, and this is but just more of a zombie attack malware, and it uses your computer to essentially mine cryptocurrency while you don't know it. And these are extremely profitable. People make a lot of money doing this. You can mine, if you infected a good 100 or 1,000 computers, you could make a lot of money every day. And some computers, hundreds of thousands of computers likely in the world are infected. So cryptocurrency mining made use of existing botnets and infected networks of computer resources. Instead of using the resources for spam, like they used to, botnets now mine cryptocurrencies that have CPU-compatible mechanisms like Bitcoin, Monero, Electroneum. And the Monero hash rate shows a picture that may be compatible with the usage of hitting mining after an ASIC disabling hard fork. Monero's network saw periods of volatile mining activity, possibly coming from the fluctuating number of participating computers. And there was, of course, the ASIC juking fork that just made it jump downwards and then slowly came back up. So botnets didn't really accumulate much hash rate on the Monero after that fork. It was clearly a lot of ASICs. It was clearly a lot of Bitmain's ASICs as well. Gee, oh man, look, we forked the network, and look, all the hash rate went down. Would you look at that? Who would have thought? So yeah, guys, make sure you guys are running like some kind of some antivirus or something like that. Make sure you just check your computer once in a while for that malware, because you don't want to be mining on somebody else's behalf. You want to be mining on your behalf. You know what I'm saying, guys? Always good stuff. And another thing on that too is a lot of cryptocurrency mining programs actually flag as an antivirus. This has happened for a long time now. So whenever you download one and you try to run it, it says this is a virus. It's probably not a virus. I've gotten a lot of comments, and I'm like, hey, this is how you mine this cryptocurrency, and people are like, hey, that's a virus. I got a virus flag. No, you didn't. Moving on. So amazing. Amazon. 4K Bitcoin still historically outperforming Amazon stock. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Still outperforming that Amazon. BTC still beats Amazon, even at just 4K after a dip to lows around 3,500. Something not seen in over a year. Bitcoin managed to reclaim and hold on to the 4,000 mark, hitting local highs of 43.39 before correcting lower once again. So analysts had warned through the week that the mass sell-off could easily continue into the midterm. So the mainstream media thought that a sub 5,000 Bitcoin price could last at least 3 more months. So Bitcoin appears close in on 4,500. Meanwhile, other proponents are highlighting, the cryptocurrency strength as an investment despite volatility. So in data uploaded to Twitter, one commenter noted Bitcoin had outperformed Amazon stock for 5 of the past 7 years in terms of growth. Wow, wee wah. Adding what he described as crazy prediction, he added Bitcoin should ultimately beat Amazon's 880 billion market cap within the next decade, which is really not incredibly unheard of, or rather just too crazy. Bitcoin currently has a market cap of 73 billion, itself up 7 billion in just 2 days, and that's all-time high. I think Bitcoin had what, like a 200 or 300 billion market cap? Let's check. Let's have some fun. All right. With market caps. All right. So the all-time high, we were looking at, 300 billion market cap. So really not too far of a stretch to think that it could actually get to 880 billion in the next decade. That's actually quite reasonable. So Amazon unleashes new blockchain services, and MrSotko doesn't know what to think about this. So Amazon Web Services has expanded its portfolio of blockchain-related services. The company announced on Tuesday the service will offer an enterprise-grade managed blockchain, which makes it easy to create and manage scalable blockchain networks using the popular open-source frameworks Hyperledger Fabric and Ethereum. So additionally, Amazon also offers a service named Amazon Quantum Ledger Database, which is a version of AWS's internal database. AQLD is a service that offers immutability for enterprises that need a centralized, secure, and tamper-proof ledger, but not necessarily a blockchain. So Amazon's cloud storage and, to some degree, Other computational resources have been used on an ad hoc basis for various crypto projects, including Bitcoin. Since running nodes is resource intensive, nodes for several projects have used AWS. And I've actually seen people use Amazon's computing services to mine crypto and just show everybody how much it costs and how much you would actually make throughout the day. And you usually don't make your money back. Secret. So, overall, this is more like a centralization. Critics see this as a form of centralization. So it's essentially they're going to make their own blockchain that they could use Ethereum and other networks and stuff. And you would be able to run your information on that blockchain, essentially make a coin on that blockchain. But it's going to be incredibly centralized. So it's going to be centralized on Amazon's servers, which could be a good thing because they're talking about like thousands of transactions per second, running millions of transactions, and could be incredibly fast as well. So that's going to be good because a lot of problems with cryptocurrency right now is that very, very slow transactions. But at the same time, centralization can be a problem. If you're running something that you don't want nobody to see, probably not the best thing to run as Amazon, but moving on. So that's okay. We'll see how that turns out in the future, and I will comment on that again in the future if news comes about it. So top U.S. cryptocurrency industries players are going to take a role as market share. So 10 large financial service and technology providers in the cryptocurrency space, including Mike Novogratz's Galaxy Digital Merchant Bank. Wow. Say that 82 times fast, have formed an association to develop rules of conduct for the nascent and still mostly unregulated industry. So the members of the new entity called the Association for Digital Asset Markets, ATOM, that's a good one, will become the first organization in the U.S. to focus on creating standards for digital asset market participants in cooperation with regulatory bodies. Wow, wow, wow. So ATOM will work with current and former regulators to provide rules for efficient trading, custody, clearing, and settlement of digital assets, which at this point kind of needs to happen because there's so much manipulation, so much hacking, so much poor storage. Anybody remember the NYSE hash crash when 63 or 64 million in Bitcoin was stolen, all from one wallet? You just happen to have over 4,000 Bitcoin in one wallet. That was just for fun. So that's just all the fault of exchanges. They're not storing them properly. Except for Binance, your funds are safe. So Duncan Niederreiter, oh wow, that's a crazy one, the former head of the New York Stock Exchange, will serve as an advisor for the association. He believes that any market, and the digital asset market is no exception, needs a clear set of rules that will guide industry players and give them confidence, which is fundamental for proper market development and growth. And the association seeks to earn trust of financial regulators and ultimately create a safe environment for transactions with digital assets and foster financial innovations to the benefit of the global economy. Because there's way too much hacking going on. Mt. Gox. And just exchange after exchange after exchange. It's clearly nobody's holding these people to a higher standard. Clearly, nobody's holding these people to a legal standard of security or insurance. A lot of times these exchanges don't even pay people back. Sometimes they do, and it's not even remotely what you actually lost. So there needs to be like their insurance. There needs to be some kind of money backing this, some kind of savings account for these exchanges that, like in escrow, that essentially can pay everybody out when this sort of thing happens. So the founding members of the association are Galaxy Digital, Genesis Global Trading, GSR, Hudson River Trading, Paxos, a whole bunch of others, and the organization plans to add new members in the future. So membership is open to organizations involved or that seek to become involved in the markets for digital assets. Participating organizations include trading venues, custodians, investors, asset managers, etc. So, not the first attempt to raise standards for cryptocurrency industry, but hopefully that sort of thing can happen pretty soon. Because now regulation is a good thing and a bad thing. I've gone over this a million times, but we need something. We definitely need something in the world because there's a lot of high-grade institutional investors that will not touch Bitcoin or other crypto because of that, because their funds can be stolen. You're not going to put billions of dollars or millions of dollars on the line and have everything stolen from you or just crash on you. We need a little bit more regulation in crypto to some degree. Hopefully we can keep it for the people, by the people, but there needs to be something that exchanges need to abide by. Looking at coin market cap here, 137 billion market cap. So we are going up slowly. Bitcoin dominance at 54% there. So nothing too crazy going on in the market. Honestly, not that amazing news. There are no cool thefts or crazy wacky stuff. McAfee didn't do anything wacky lately. So nothing too crazy in the news, but just some good information today, and just a nice stale day instead of a horrible crash. So, you know, everything's golden today. But I want to talk about Sotko Fest. Oh my God, everybody's still watching. Anybody's still watching. We got to talk about Sotko Fest, guys. So Sotko Fest is going to be held on Twitch and YouTube Live. If you haven't followed me on Twitch yet, it is twitch.tv/MrSotko. The link is in the description of the video down below. It's the second to last link down there. Go all the way down and hit that follow button. There's going to be a little heart here for you, but not for me because I'm actually on my own page. But there's going to be a little heart button here. Boom, click that. If you don't have an account, make one. Twitch is a great place to be. So I want to see you guys there. Sotko Fest is going to be December 1st through December 9th. It's going to start at noon Arizona time, which for anybody that doesn't know what time that is, you can just Google that. So I'm going to start at noon. I'm going to be live on YouTube and live on Twitch simultaneously. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be gaming, crypto chat, community chat, all kinds of stuff. Probably partying. I might throw my chair. Could be fatalities. Who knows? I hope not. No, I'm not responsible for that. Trust me, I'm not responsible for that. I already signed a waiver. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And as usual, I will see you guys next time.